everyone, Kat here. Once again, we're in the office, so we're doing things a little bit different with the schedule, but I've got another wrap up for you. Oh, and a Harry Potter shirt, because it's Christmas time. Gotta have some red. And is it really booktube if you don't have Harry Potter clothes? Which they go well with the journal, because y'all already know I cannot keep my stuff straight. I gotta write it all down. And so, well, we will be getting back to, the normal wrap ups, reviews, reading from like Grimm's Tales and Edgar Allen Poe soon, but it's the end of the year wrap up season, so we're getting on into it. And this time I've got my favorite urban fantasies for y'all. And once again, this is just like reverse chronological, and let's pick one out of a series because that's just a cop out going, you need to read this whole series even if you need to read the whole series because it's all freaking good. So, to start off with, this is the second one in the series, actually. It's Revenge of the Sith. And no, I don't mean Star Wars, so that is the reference, as in the Grim Reaper Sith, because this is the Zoe Grimm Chronicles by Theophilus Monroe. Theophilus? I don't really know how to say that. I'll try to get a picture up somewhere. Maybe not covering up the really cool light switch outlet because y'all probably can't tell. This is Lumos and Nox. Yeah, I snuck that in here. Yeah, because you gotta sneak it in where you can, right? And there is also a like spin-off series of this, which is the Daywalker Chronicles, and I think there's even a couple other series that he wrote with the other guy that Goodreads wasn't nice enough to show me both authors, but I'm gonna put up the picture hopefully and you can see both authors' names. And basically, this is kind of what it sounds like. You've got the Grim Reaper, but she has come to Earth because she can't, reap souls. Or at least not human ones. She reaps supernatural. Which, as if that's not cool enough, like, my favorite thing about this was just the sense of humor in it. It was very sassy and at times kind of dirty. Like, this is, don't read this with your kids, kind of, paranormal. Like, no. It doesn't get explicit for the most part, but the jokes are definitely blue. And made even worse because occasionally they're making them like, yeah, the boyfriend's in the back seat, my mom's in the, passenger. Let's see how many people we can make uncomfortable. So yeah, there's that. And then one of my favorites that I told y'all about last year was Heather G. Harris and her Other Realm series. Well, she wrote three more. So this time I had to go with Revival of the Court, which is the last book, for now, of the Other Realm series. It's book 7. Read all of them, because, it definitely grows and progresses. But the attitude in this one, like, yeah, you can't read it first, but you definitely need to read it, because it's good. And there's dragons, and werewolves, and there's sass, and griffins, and magical assassins and witches who also get a spin-off. Like, the Other Realm is the initial series, which is how I found Heather G. Harrison. Hey, if you're looking for something for the holidays, she also has, a little bit novella that's Christmassy in this, series. But there's also the uh, Protector of the Pack series that is Lucy the werewolf spinoff, and then we get a witch spinoff for Amber that is currently has 2 books and a prequel, but I think it's supposed to be a third one. Read all of her stuff. And then also Dead and Gone, which is the second book in the Grave Talker series by Annie Anderson, who I found last year with her Rogue Ethereal series. So freaking good. Grave Talker is another one where it's got a very strong female lead and a lot of freaking attitude and ghosts and like family drama and relationships. But mostly I was in it for all the attitude. It was just so freaking good. And I was excited she did another series. It's the Wrong Witch series, where it's got a redhead for the main character, so she's got an attitude, of course. And I love the plot of it, but I quit after the second one because it just got to where the plot was kind of like a subplot, and it kind of took a backseat to, is there a piece of furniture we haven't banged on yet? Um, yeah. And that's just, hey, for some folks that works. For me, I'm like, yeah, I get it. This is an adult series. We can do some. Can we get back to the whole like his family sucks, your family sucks, and there's some very evil, like trying to be gods, magical people starting some crap and trying to kill some folks. Can we maybe pause the hey, we haven't banged in an hour and go like do something? But this one, the Grave Talker, like, oh, it's just, mm, it's good. It's just sass all the way through. And then there is Fire and Earth, which is the second book in the Legion series by A.D. Starling. And I think I reviewed almost all of these for y'all already, because I'm glad I gave him a second try, because I initially tried his 17 series, and this is in that same universe, but it's so much better. Like, the 17 series had potential. Like, the opening line was freaking hilarious, but it just didn't click for me. This one, we have a hell bunny. And like, he might not be verbal, but you know what's up. Like, he is sassing everybody. And we got griffins and demons and dragons and angels, and like, it's a whole other world, just battle all over the freaking world. And demon bunny that is sassing everyone, including the hellhound. And if demon bunny gets hungry, like, you better freaking feed him, or he might pee acid on your stuff. So yeah, that was my. It's a 7-part series, and my favorite part is the freaking bunny. For that, we kind of get a little bit of him in book one, and then just from there, he's just, oh, it's just good. Everybody giving each other crap, and like, it's urban fantasy, but mostly I love it because it just makes me laugh. And then there was All of Us Villains by Amanda Foodie. And I still love that freaking name. Like, it makes me want to eat something. But I didn't think I would like this because it's like magical Hunger Games dystopian, not my thing. There's a sequel to this series, and I finally got my hands on it, and I'm excited to be reading that next year, if that tells you anything. Because this one, like, instead of being depressing, it actually comes out kind of like, hopefully you actually sort of like the characters by the end and are starting rooting for them. So, yeah, I don't have a ton on this list because otherwise it'd just be, here's all the books in this series, here's all the books in this series. So go read all of these series, and then, yeah, drop a line, let me know what your favorite one is. Do you have one that I don't know about yet? Because, like, most of these authors, aside from, like, Heather G. Harris, like, Annie Anderson, I read and then I forgot and then I found her again. Like, these were new to me. I just read a movie, was like, oh, Kindle Unlimited said, hey, you finished this book, try this. That's, ooh, okay, now I have to read this whole series. Like, these were mostly like 7-part series, and I was finishing them in under a week. And they're all like 300 pages. I would check Goodreads, but they were mean. Half the time it just went, oh, this is Kindle Unlimited Edition number of pages. AKA, we don't freaking know. We just said it's Kindle Edition. So these were like 250, 300 page books. And I read 7 of them in like 4 days because they were fast, they were funny, they're good. What do you have? I will see you soon, and hopefully this helps you find some new favorites for next year. Bye. Happy reading.